Hi, my name's Ben and we are back with another episode in my mission to uncover what makes South Canterbury not just an amazing place to visit, but an incredible place to live, work and build a business. From thriving local businesses to hidden community gems, I'm sitting down with the people who make this region tick. Entrepreneurs, creatives, and everyday legends who call South Canterbury home. Today, we're talking to Jeni Logan, the Managing Director of High Country Salmon. Jeni, thank you so much for having me here at High Country Salmon. It's an amazing place and I'm looking forward to going around and seeing all of the different things that you do. But before we get into that, I'd just love to ask about who you are and a bit about your personal background.
All right, well, this is a family business first and foremost. So I've been involved here at High Country Salmon since it started out 25 years ago.
Wow.
It was a dream of my father's. He's been an avid angler all his life. And he was one of the pioneers of salmon farming in this area back in the early 90s. So he started off two farms. One that was Southern Sockeye Salmon, which is now Mount Cook Alpine Salmon. And then further down the canal here, Benmore Salmon, that's now also Mount Cook Alpine Salmon. But back when he was working with Benmore Salmon, he'd drive past the site every day and he'd just look at it and go, oh my gosh, that is just the best site for growing salmon. You know, that's where we need to have a little farm, and it's right on the main road. The location is fantastic. But of course, it's just a small site, as you can see, we're just a boutique farm. But he really wanted it to be a family farm. And so he talked to my brother and myself, this was back in 1995, so going back a little bit, and swept us along in the journey with him. And so it took 5 years to get things up and running with regards to sort of designs and consents and everything that we needed to start a salmon farm in this area. And come this December, we will be 25 years since we put our first smolt in the water, the smolt being the baby salmon that come from our hatchery.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really exciting, and the business has just grown over 25 years. I was just saying to you earlier, that if my dad could see it now, I think he'd be absolutely chuffed. You know, it's surpassed his expectations of what this business could do. Yeah, really amazing.
And what an incredible legacy to, you know, obviously you must have been involved in a lot of different aspects of the business in those last, 25 years.
Yeah.
But to carry on that legacy that your dad would have wanted to see, this grow to this scale, to be a part of that must be quite incredible, right?
Oh, actually, it's a real privilege, actually. I'm the fourth manager of this business. And started off with my father, then my brother, General Manager Carl French, who's still with us as our Head of Sustainable Farming, and now myself. So, everybody has come in and taken the business from where it was and taken it that next step further, and I'm just hoping that I'm going to be able to do the same. And then the next person after me will do the same, and it's a real privilege that we've been got such great bones that we're starting with and developing. But I tell you what, it's always like it's a new business. There's always stuff happening, things changing, growth is incredible. But yeah, really, really fortunate and love it here. Absolutely.
Must keep you on your toes.
It does, yeah. We wear many hats in this job, but we all do. It's still very much got a family feel. It's still very much got a small business feel. But on saying that, we do employ over 60 staff now. One of the interesting things, my father measured a bit of the success of the company on the fact that we could employ people and that this business could, support more than just our family. And now we've got, over 60 staff and we're supporting 60 families, and that's just really a great measure of how, we've grown in this environment and become, hopefully a staple part of the Mackenzie and Twizel landscape.
Yeah. Well, obviously with a business of over 60 staff members, that takes a lot of planning and, hard work on your part as a leader. What was the early context that you came from that grew you into the person that was able to do this, in the way that you're able to do it?
I think probably every job that I've ever had has sort of taught me a little bit about leadership and working with people and communication and things like that. But to be really fair, I'm surrounded by a team of experts. I mean, this business is really varied. We've got farming, we've got aquaculture, we've got processing, we've got thriving hospitality, retail. I'm not an expert in any of those areas, but all of our managers are experts in those areas, and it's all about communication and actually letting the guys that know how to run these areas of the business run the areas of the business, and they've all got great teams of people under them, and they would probably similarly pass it down and say that they can do what they do because the people on the ground are the ones, you know, that are stepping up and showing up every day. You know, it's damn cold here in winter, and our farm crew are out there feeding the fish. You know, in really cold and trying weather sometimes, and then the heat in summer. Similarly, you know, our processing team have to start early. We harvest to order and pack and deliver off, and they have to be ready for the couriers. Our hospitality staff, you know, they're really busy, sometimes with queues out the door, and they continue just to provide great food and great service. And our retail staff, you know, they know all about our products, not only about our products, but about the other products that we have in the shop as well, and all the stories behind their products. And you know, so I've got a team of amazing people. I mean, we grow great salmon here, but it's all about the people, and we've got great people.
Yeah. So you'd say a big part of the success in this business is making sure that you've got, you know, A-grade team members that are able to perform at a level that's, you know, helps this place thrive.
Absolutely. I mean, this business has grown on trial and error over its 25 years, and it's grown on the effort and the ideas that people have brought to this business. And we still, you know, really work on that model too, and really like to be open that everybody's a part of this business. It's now being driven, its future's being driven by the people that are here today, and it will continue to be driven by the people that come tomorrow, you know, and everybody is experts in their own area, and you know, and I love that. I love what people bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And do you feel like South Canterbury is a good place to draw those A-level team members from?
Oh, absolutely. We've got a lot of skills here. I mean, you know, sometimes it can be challenging getting the right people into the business, and especially when we are a little bit remote. But we've got a really good core of staff available here in Twizel. And also we've got a lot of visa holders, and we've got a lot of travelling working holiday people, and they all bring that flair and enthusiasm and energy to the business, and mixed dynamics is absolutely fantastic.
So can you tell me a little bit about what you do here in your role?
Yeah, really interesting. I suppose being managing director, I'm sort of more involved with governance and strategy, even though I'm here on the ground. Less operational because, like I said, I've got a team of really great operational people. So it's really about, we've got a lot of projects on the go at the moment. We're looking at sort of new farm design. We're looking at how we're going to manage our growth going forward with some site development, constantly looking at new products. So there's a lot on the go. So it's just sort of being aware of all of that and over all of that, and seeing how that fits into the direction of the business. But as far as our day-to-day operations go, I mean, honestly, everybody else is doing that. I'm very fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you're most proud about, you know, from working here?
Again, I know I harp on about it. I've got to go back to the people. Yeah. It really is all about the people. Amazing how people pull together. You know, I suppose a real trying time for a lot of businesses was COVID. Obviously, we all know about that when we sort of had to close down our hospitality area. We really stepped up then on our online business. That was thanks to our operations manager, Tracy, who was with us at the time, put a lot of effort into developing our online market. And so our cafe turned into a sort of a mini production chain. That was a real highlight. You know, but everything that's been brought to the table by our staff. Our head of food and beverage, Gary, brings a wealth of experience from his time in Asia, where he worked with Jamie Oliver and rolling out Hard Rock cafes. You know, and the talent that we've got right on our doorstep is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. What do you think are some of the main challenges that you've faced? You know, you've been here, you've been involved for 25 years. You must have seen some pretty, you know, big ups and downs. Yeah. What are some of those significant challenges?
Oh my gosh, there's always plenty of challenges, lots of challenges. We've talked about COVID, so that was probably a major one for the whole country, the whole world. Weather is a challenge. You know, we have roads closed with snow. So that's the thing. We have market variances. We've sort of had a bit of a recession domestically the last year or so. So there's always challenges and always things to work through. I suppose it's a matter of not overreacting when things happen sometimes, and just riding things out and having the confidence that that's what business does, and being able to weather it. But that comes from having a sound base, doing what you do well, doing what you can do well, being the best you can for what the customer wants. If you stick to that core, then hopefully, those challenges become opportunities. Yeah.
Did you see yourself being a part of this business for so long? Was this always what you wanted to do, or did it evolve over time?
No, it's always been, when it was first set up, it was a family business first and foremost. So, and I've been involved on and off over the years, whilst been involved with other things in my career and bringing up kids as well. But yeah, it's definitely part of our family. You know, my parents' house up there, when they lived here, we've had family Christmases there, the kids have grown up here, they've learned to fish out here, you know, yeah. Definitely part of the family.
Definitely home for you then?
Definitely home, yeah. Even though I've only lived in Twizel for the last 4 years, so having come from Timaru before then. But yeah, settled in, love it here.
Yeah, brilliant. So have you been based in South Canterbury your whole life, or did you move around?
Yeah, I grew up in Timaru, but then left when I was 18, went to university up at Palmerston North at Massey, studied a few things up there. And then the lure of overseas and travel was always big for me, so I've spent quite a bit of time overseas travelling and working, and then settled in Wellington where the kids were born. It was really probably once I had the kids really that realised South Canterbury was a place that I wanted to bring them up, you know, and we came back down to Timaru when the kids were 4, 6 and 8, so they've grown up in Timaru as well, and yeah, it's the best place in the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So is that kind of when it clicked for you that South Canterbury was the place for you, like when you had young children?
Yeah, probably. It made me reflect on my own childhood growing up here, and the lifestyle we had. We spent a lot of time up here fishing in the outdoors, but I think kids were quite independent too. You can hop on your bike and go and see a friend and things. My kids were all born in Wellington, love Wellington, but it was just, I just really felt that difference and felt that they were missing out on what South Canterbury offered.
Yeah, and I totally agree. You know, I was brought up in South Canterbury as well, and my wife and I have a wee daughter now, and yeah, we couldn't see any better place to live than, you know, for especially for young families, than this place like South Canterbury. So
absolutely, the work-life balance is amazing. As everybody talks about, scenery is amazing, but traffic commutes aren't a topic of conversation. You know, I think it's just that little bit easier. You know, wages are generally comparative to the rest of New Zealand, but house prices are cheaper. There's just so much going for this area, and it's really important that our young people know that, because they are the growth of this area is going to depend on them. But at the same time, I really appreciate having been away and come back.
Now, like you said, you've got over 60 team members. It would be awesome if we maybe go around and have a quick conversation with some of them.
Absolutely. You want to come and meet a few people?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, great.
All right, let's do it then.
Hi, my name's Sahar. I work in the farm department at High Country Salmon down in the lovely Twizel.
Why do you like working at High Country Salmon?
I like working here and I like working out on the farm, just being outside. Like, I've worked in hospitality for pretty much most of my working career. Not that it's very long, but most of it's been inside in a cafe and stuff. So working out here on the farm's been really awesome, just being outside. Awesome views, not a bad place.
And what do you like about living in South Canterbury?
Canterbury, the Mackenzie, I like it just because it's a bit smaller. Like, I don't really do the whole city life sort of thing, so I like that it's a bit more quieter. I mean, we pick up over the busy seasons anyway, so we do get that, you know, influx of people. You get your fix of all your busy seasons, and then you just go back to just being sort of nice and quiet, so I like that.
Hello, I'm Joe. I'm working for High Country Salmon in the processing department, and I live in the Twizel. It's a really small town, so I like the environment and the staff working together. It's really good and helpful to each other, yeah.
And why do you like living in South Canterbury?
It's quite a good place to live in. Keep the balance of work and life, and a really good scenery around South Canterbury. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Bhavana Subedi Basnet, and I'm working here as the comic chef, and I'm just making the sushi. High Country Salmon is like so good, you know, everyone, they are like friendly, environment is good, and management is good, everyone is good.
No.
And I have been here for 2 years.
And what do you like about living in South Canterbury?
I'm living with my family here. I have 2 kids, and my husband, he's working in dairy farm. I'm working here, and it's good. There is nice lake, and if we are bored, we can go for fishing. Everywhere is good here.
I'm Timothy Ross Sorensen, and I'm a barista in the front of house at High Country Salmon. I like working it because it's a new aspect. I was growing up more leaning towards the beef side of meat, had no idea about fish, and here gives me a wide knowledge of fish, primarily salmon, so it's awesome here, yeah.
What do you like about living in South Canterbury?
Honestly, I just love it that the lakes are so close. As I used to be in Timaru before coming to Twizel, so that was on the coast. Growing up with boats, that's awesome having them 5 minutes away.
Hi, my name is Sharon Hall. I'm the supervisor in the fish shop at High Country Salmon. High Country Salmon is an amazing place to work for. The team is really friendly. Everyone will jump in and help in other departments, even management, top management. So Mackenzie region is fantastic living. It's a very outdoorsy place, fantastic fishing, fantastic bike rides. I have a little Cocker Spaniel, so I walk all of the trails, anything from about 2 kilometres in the morning before work or 15 kilometres on days off. My son lives in Fairley and he does a lot of hunting and a lot of fishing, so it's a fantastic place if you love the outdoors.
Hi, I'm Rachel Woods. I'm working in the admin department at High Country Salmon.
What do you enjoy about working here?
I really like just the wide variety of people that we get to meet, both the customers coming through and also the staff working here.
And what do you like about living in South Canterbury?
I've lived in South Canterbury most of my life. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere and also in the middle of everything, which I think is quite neat. And Twizel in particular is, we used to come up here for holidays all the time, but since living here, from living in the Dark Sky Reserve, I've picked up an astronomy hobby, which I think is really cool.
Hello, my name's Anton Donaldson. I work for the Activities Department here at High Country Salmon.
What do you like about working here?
Oh, I really love the opportunity to work with fish every day. It's been a passion of mine my entire life, fishing and being around fish. I would say the best thing about living in South Canterbury is the opportunity to be so close to the great outdoors and being able to participate in hunting and fishing within a really short distance of our town here in Twizel.
So cool to meet so many different people from so many different walks of life, all finding themselves here at this business. How can you pull such amazing people?
They're a great team, aren't they? Look, we've got a certain culture here, and I think the people are attracted to the culture, and we're attracted to the right people as well. It's really interesting. We did a workshopping a year or so ago, and with the staff, culture workshopping, and we got all the team to sort of put down what they felt the culture of High Country Salmon was, and what they felt their culture was, and what was important to them. And we threw it all together. And what came out, I showed my mother, and she just said, "Oh my gosh, that's our culture, our values," you know. And it's just really amazing how we seem to mirror that, and that's what makes it work. We have got great people. They are also entrepreneurial, they're travelling, they're problem solvers, they're thinkers, they're doers. That's what we need here, and that's what we get. And everybody works together incredibly well.
So what do you enjoy most personally about South Canterbury?
Well, you have roots somewhere. So I suppose that's probably the starter. But definitely, you know, the people. I don't know, it seems to have a culture of can-do, innovation. Yeah, everybody seems to be on the same page, I suppose. And we do have I suppose, that agricultural base. We punch above our weight, and we love that. We love the story. It's a feel-good. Yeah, so really the people, but also apart from that, I mean, look at the scenery, look at where we're living. It's just incredible. You know, the opportunities here for the outdoors is what people really enjoy, and that lifestyle.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's so beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you suggest other people move to either Twizel or South Canterbury in general?
Oh, absolutely. I think this place has got lots of potential, and probably because it stems from our sort of primary production, everything grows from there. So it's got a great base, lots of opportunity for innovation and design, engineering, you know, export. We've got the port in Timaru, tourism's growing, getting back on its feet, lots of potential, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Look, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. I've learned a lot about your business and also you as a person, and it's been great talking to you.
Thanks, Ben. It's been a pleasure.
That's all right. To finish, I've got two final questions.
Yes.
The first question is, what's one piece of advice that you wish someone gave you at the start of your leadership journey?
I suppose don't overthink stuff. Trust your instincts, surround yourself with good people, that's definitely the most important, and then listen to them, listen to their advice, take on their knowledge, ask questions, but also don't be afraid to, you know, not lead by committee. You need to make the hard decisions sometimes, and not everybody's always going to enjoy them, but that's what you have to do in the role.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that advice.
No, you're welcome.
And my final question is, what benefits has your business had being part of the South Canterbury Chamber of Commerce?
Oh, look, vast. We've been involved with the Chamber for a long time. So, you know, networking's the big one, the obvious one, and we've taken a lot of advantage of that. But also the training, especially when we're remote here, they do bring that training into the Mackenzie. Oh, they've been there for me, I suppose. You know, when my brother died a few years ago, and I was suddenly thrown into this, gosh, what do we do here? Bang, there was a governance course run through the chamber. It just seemed to be right at the right time. So yeah, training and also advocacy is a really big one. You know, they've been here for us when we've had issues and challenges with immigration, with rural banking services. You know, they're working with government and they have that big voice collectively. Yeah, really good.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I've loved this conversation, and I'm sure I'll come back here again sometime soon.
Oh, you will. You know what treats are in store for you when you come here.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, thanks.
Perfect.